Greetings and welcome to another Pokemon 2019 or Pokemon Journeys the Series anime video. In this video I want to talk about missed opportunities in this series, or things that this series should have done or that should have happened in it. This is part of my look back at Pokemon Journeys in order to properly analyze the quality of this series leading up to my final review of it. I started this look back with my video ranking the battles of the Masters Tournament, and I will continue this recollection with a couple more videos very soon. But that's it for setup. Let's get to the focus of this video. Here are, in no particular order, 5 missed opportunities in Pokemon Journeys, or things that this series should have done or that should have happened in it. Number 1. Showcasing more of the Galar region. Now, in a normal world, Pokemon Journeys would have been Pokemon Sword and Shield the series, and it would have focused completely on the Galar region. But of course, this was not the case. Instead, Pokemon Journeys had Ash and Go travel to every region, Galar included. So every region got a fair bit of screen time, and none of them was the focus of the series. Now I do think that Galar had more time to shine than the other regions, since characters like Leon, Raihan, and Bee were a key part of the story. The Darkest Day was adapted in the anime, Eternatus and Go's Galarian starters all got plenty of time to shine, etc. But at the same time, so much of the Galar region did not make its way into the anime, such as locations like Postwick, Wedgehurst, Motostoke, Hulbury, Circhester, and the Isle of Armor. Pokemon like Cobfu, Sislipede, Poltegeist, Calyrex, and the Galarian legendary birds, and characters like several gym leaders, such as Nessa, Kabu, Gordy, Milo, etc. So Galar was by no means neglected in Pokemon Journeys, but it was not showcased enough considering that it was the latest generation at the time, meaning that it should have received a lot more focus, just like every previous region did. Not doing this makes it so that Galar feels underused, and like it did not get its due time to shine. It also does not feel as memorable as the other regions did in the anime. Number 2. Not having all of Ash's friends / traveling companions play a major role. Now, originally, when I thought of making this video, this section was not having all of them return. But this was before episode 132 of Journeys, which allowed all the ones that had yet to return to do so. Thus, I had to change this section to not letting them all play a big role. I had to then change this section again since I was going to include Misty and Silent in it, but aim to be a Pokemon Master allowed them to shine a lot, Misty especially. So ultimately, this section became about not having May and Max play an important role. They were both only seen briefly, which is a shame. May especially could have played the same role as Serena, since she also has an evolution. As much as I love Regina and her Glaceon, it would have been so cool to see Chloe and her Eevee meet May and her Glaceon. I also wanted to add to this section that it would have been amazing if characters like Serena, Clement, and Bonnie got as much screen time as Brock, Misty, Dawn, and Iris got. The former three only got to return for 1 and 2 episodes respectively, not counting brief appearances, while the latter 4 got to appear in multiple episodes. So overall, I think that it's unfair that some got a lot more screen time than others, while others basically got no screen time. It would have been nice if they all got to shine equally or as close to this as possible upon returning. Number 3. Not having Ash face everyone in the Masters 8. Now look, I get it. The Masters Tournament is, well, a tournament. So there are matchups, and each trainer can only face who they are pitted against. And whoever loses is out, meaning that only winners get to go on to battle others. Plus, with only 8 trainers, the maximum amount of people one person could face was 3. But still, it feels like such a waste to not have Ash face Lance, who he has never battled before and likely never will battle, since Ash is no longer the protagonist. And it's also a waste to not allow Ash to have a rematch against Alon and Diantha. I really wish that Ash got to face all of them. In an ideal world, they could have expanded the tournament to have a lot more people in it, so that Ash got to face all the key characters. And since they each represented a region/generation, having someone else that also represented Alola and having Ash face all of them using a team from the corresponding region/generation would have been so very awesome. And it would have fixed one of the things I will discuss in the next section. So yes, while the Masters Tournament was overall good, it is filled to the brim with missed opportunities, which is a shame. Number 4. Not having Ash use more of his old Pokemon in battle. Not having some of them evolve, and not having the ones that can Mega Evolve and or Gigantamax do so. It's great that pretty much all of Ash's Pokemon got to return, including several of the ones he no longer owns. And better yet, a lot of them got plenty of time to shine. However, only some of them got to battle alongside Ash again, which is unfortunate. While having Ash use all of them in battle might have been impossible, more of them could have been given the chance to do this. Like I said earlier, having Ash face all the members of the Masters 8 using teams from their respective regions/generations would have been an amazing way to let a lot of Ash's old Pokemon battle alongside him once again. Next, remember when Cyndaquil returned for the Sinnoh League and it evolved? That was so awesome, right? Having a Pokemon that never had a chance to evolve return to finally do so. Pokemon Journeys was the perfect chance to allow more Pokemon to do this. with Aim to be a Pokemon Master being an especially good time to do this, considering that Ash rotated so many of his old Pokemon into his party, and some of them got a fair bit of screen time. But sadly, none of them evolved. Corphish especially was absolutely robbed on this front. Finally, it would have been great to see Ash Gigantamax or Mega Evolve the other Pokemon he has that are capable of doing one or both of these, like Charizard, Heracross, Snorlax, Sceptile, Pidgeot, and Glalie. I get that it might have been difficult to find the right situation to do this, though this is another thing that would have been solved by having Ash battle all the members of the Masters 8, using teams of their respective regions/generations. But man, would it have been magnificent if he got to Mega Evolve and Gigantamax his other Pokemon. Also, these 3 missed opportunities, which count as one, would have gone a long way towards improving the lackluster affair that was Aim to be a Pokemon Master. Number 5. Not having Ash catch more Pokemon. I am probably not the only one that, upon seeing Ash catch Dragonite early in the series, thought Ash would catch not only a lot of Pokemon, but also a lot of awesome and powerful Pokemon from previous generations that he did not get to catch before. But sadly, while he did fulfill the latter, and he did end up with a very cool team, he did not get to do the former. He only caught 5 Pokemon, which is tied for the lowest he has caught in a series. I get that they likely wanted to have him have a full team of 6 with no extras that needed to be rotated in every once in a while to get screen time and action. Instead, they wanted to focus on just his champion team essentially, which would be with him all the way to the end. But I still think that it's a waste that he did not catch a few more Pokemon, especially when Go was catching Pokemon left and right. Aim to be a Pokemon Master was a great time to let Ash make up for this. But alas, he caught nothing. Not even the legendary Pokemon he deserved to catch. There are just so many Pokemon that I would have loved to see Ash with, like Tyranitar. It was also a waste to not have him catch a starter Pokemon from the Galar region. This just broke tradition and I have always hated it. And finally, it's a waste that he did not catch more Pokemon from Generation 8. This would have alleviated the first missed opportunity I discussed in this video. And it would have been very cool, since there are a lot of amazing Generation 8 Pokemon that did not get as much screen time as they deserved, like Centiskorch for example. Having Ash catch them would have given them the chance to shine, while also making Pokemon Journeys showcase more of the generation/region that should have been front and center in it. But yeah, that's everything I have for you in this video. Again, this video is only part of a series of videos focused on looking back on Pokemon Journeys now that it's over, in order to properly judge just how good or bad this series was. I will follow this video up with one tackling the opposite topic. 5 things Pokemon Journeys did do that were good / exactly what should have happened or that deserved or needed to do so. Please stay tuned for this video and the ones coming after it. Plus, be sure to check out my first video in this series where I ranked the battles of the Masters Tournament. There will be links to it and the future videos in this series all over the place. But that's the video. As always, leave your own thoughts down in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and would like to see more like it, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I love Pokemon and I love making videos on both the anime and the games. Also, please consider clicking the links on screen so that you can check out more videos like this right away. Thank you very much for watching and let's meet again in the next video.